and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. This is Jewel Smith, and this is my second playthrough of the Outer Worlds. My main goal with this playthrough was to do the DLC, Peril on Gorgon and Murder on Eridanos, which I had not done in my first playthrough. I finished the DLC, and then I stopped playing in order to go play God of War Ragnarok. But now I'm finished with Ragnarok. I'm finished with the holidays. It's a new year, and I figured I might as well finish up this game as well. So here we are. And we are in the middle of Kept Secret But Not Forgotten. We have to return to Phineas Welles' lab. He sent us a message where he seemed to be getting abducted by the board, arrested by the board. And we have to go and find out what happened, and we have to try to save him. Let me check, make sure my microphone is working. It is, and now I'll mute that. And we will carry on. Do let me know if there's ever any audio issues or any other issues with the live stream. Some things are beyond my control, but some things I may be able to fix if I'm aware of them. Alright, we skipped the Hope to Terra 2, and there it is, floating just behind Phineas's lab. And now we need to go and find out what happened to Phineas. And also, we have a new decoration in here. Look at that. Fancy, pretty little birds. Just above my bed. I think we got those because we completed the main quest on Byzantium. See, as you do things in the game, you get different decorations. Some decorations are things that you can find somewhere in the world. But other things are things that you get that just sort of show up after you complete various quests. Like I got this puppy. This teacup canid, I think they call them. Named Anubis. And we got the bar cart. And we got a bunch of other goodies. Some of these things are things I dropped in here to decorate the place. But others are things we get from doing quests. But alright. Let's head out. I think I might be able to wrap up the game today. I don't know, we'll see. I'll take Felix and Max with me, two of my favorite followers. In my first playthrough, I went around with Nyoka and Max most of the time. I tried out all of the followers. I had Sam, I had Ellie, Parvati. So I didn't do the whole game with Nyoka and Max, but I did a good portion of the game with them. And I really like Nyoka. But Max is my favorite, and Felix is also one of my favorites. So I've been taking Felix with me just to hear his dialogue. Except that I think I finished my first playthrough with Felix and Max going into the prison with me. So maybe I'll just take Max. I've been doing things to try to make the game a little bit more difficult. I'm playing on hard difficulty instead of normal. And sometimes I'll just take Max with me instead of Max and someone else, but yeah, let's do that. Oh, I was gonna leave Felix behind and just take Max, but alright. Too late. I think when I storm the prison though, I'll just take Max. That'll make it more of a challenge. Hello, Celtic Granny! Welcome to the chat room. How are you doing? How was your holiday? Are you having a good year so far? Well, I was gonna leave Felix, but oh well, he's with us, so... Oh, that's sparking. Was the ship disabled? Oh shoot. There's some dudes in here. A lot of dudes in here.
I have your back, Captain.
Help Max! Everyone all right?
You guys okay? That was a lot of dudes. Reminder, remember at this time, absolutely vital, 14, 14, 14. Okay. There's nothing in that cysty pig, but I think there will be. Hey Bubbles, you alright? Eat this guy. Maybe it's that cysty pig. I don't know. We'll figure it out. What is this? Universal Defense Logistics Official Arrest Receipt. As per official arrest protocol outlined in the Defense Logistic Incarceration document, blah, 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 the individual who has been detained at this location must appear in an official halcyon court at the appointed date and time with this paperwork in order to register that they are indeed properly arrested for crimes listed under their name. Failure to appear at the appointed date and time with this paperwork will result in additional late fees and the rescheduling of the prisoner's appointed incarceration registration date. Failure to appear at subsequent court dates may incur additional fees. Halcyon Court is not responsible for missed appointments that are the consequence of being held within a locked cell or other high security containment location. So basically they're going to arrest you and lock you away, and you can't show up at the hearings, and you don't have the paperwork because they left it here where you were arrested, so you're screwed. Please note that this is the only copy of this receipt you will receive. It's your responsibility to have it with you when you appear for your registration session. Yeah. So they're basically just screwing you over. Reminder, mop up a melted pig. There's a sissy pig, and there's a sissy pig. Okay. Now the lab is open. We couldn't get in here before. There's a sissy pig. And there's a sissy pig with Phineas' terminal passcode and a sissy pig hoof. Alright, because when he sent us the message, he was saying, remember, they're all swine. Corporate swine. And that was a clue telling you where to look. I think his bedroom is back through there. I'm gonna finish looking around a little bit first. Alright. Enter passcode. Oh, we can hack it. We don't need to. If you are seeing this screen, I, Phineas V. Welles, have been perniciously kidnapped and very probably incarcerated by the perfidious and cowardly government of Halcyon in the prison fortress of Tartarus. If I have not already been executed for charges leveled against me, I hope the person reading this terminal will find a way to finish my work or rescue me, preferably the latter. This screen constitutes my last will and testament. I commend my body and my belongings to the icy depths of the aether. If this is Jewel Smith, I have prepared an emergency care package located in a hidden panel. Unlock the panel from my terminal and claim its contents immediately. Personal files, Phineas V. Welles, eyes only. Note, must delete entries from terminal memory. No telling who might be looking. Yeah, like me. Okay, I'm not going to try to read all of this, but let me scan it for the highlights. The Hope made it to Halcyon 25 years too late. The board doesn't know what to do with a ship full of frozen colonists. Yeah, there's like 10,000 people, minus me. There was 9,999 when we checked the logs. Corporate tells us revival is impossible, but they've tried absolutely nothing. They've tried absolutely nothing, and apparently they're all out of options. It's Balderdash. Cellular regeneration after long-term hibernation is really just a question of thermodynamics. I'm confident I can find a way to revive the Hope's colonists. If only corporate would authorize my requests. Frankly, I don't see why I need the permission of my employers to conduct experiments in the name of scientific advancement. What nonsense. Did Newton beg permission from his employers before discovering the 3 laws of motion? Genius is not beholden to the vicissitudes of bureaucracy. Alright, most of the subjects last 93 seconds before total cellular liquefaction reduces them to several gallons of organic soup. 113 seconds of screaming. This subject was stronger than the others, but in the end his body failed to survive the revival process. He was my 12th subject to die. I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this. Well, strictly speaking, I do know that Hope has hundreds of thousands of colonists. Does it? I thought it only had 9,999. But okay. I've only experimented on 12. Well, maybe it was only 9,999 in the one section I was looking at. I don't know. I can still hear the screaming, trouble sleeping, trouble concentrating, psychological toll significant. On to subject number 13. The board finally discovered what I'd done and sent their headhunters to track me down, but they'll never find me. They say I'm a murderer, and they're right, I am. I regret what I've done, but I'm not about to turn myself into the board. I'm not going to go begging the board's forgiveness. Only the Hope's colonists can forgive me for what I've done. They're the only people who can set things right, and I'm going to find a way to revive them, no matter how long I have to stay in hiding. Alright. We'll open the panel. And if I remember correctly, it's over here? No? Maybe it's in his bedroom. Oh yeah, back here. Oh yeah, here it is. Tartarus nav key. It's almost like he knew he was going to get arrested. And Phin's Phorce. Let's take a look at that. Fun times barrel, critical damage plus 25%. Mag 2 ray damage, type N ray damage minus 50%. Okay. N ray damage is pretty deadly though. But I don't know if I'm going to use it.
You're an artist, Captain.
Thank you, darling. Just looking around. Pardon me, Felix. Can't get into that. Alright. Now I suppose it's on to Tartarus. Oh, what's this? Reminder, subject may be unstable. Ooh. He just leaves himself little sticky notes all over the place, doesn't he? Alright. I think we're out of here. And I'll check in with the chat room. Hello, Michael! Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Celtic Granny. My condolences. Yeah, I can imagine that would not be a very good holiday at all. I'm so very, very sorry. Alright, it looks like we have finished Kept Secret but Not Forgotten, and now we have started Brave New World. Phineas has been captured and brought to the prison planet of Tartarus, where the board intends to interrogate him. Now it's up to you to infiltrate the prison and rescue Phineas before the board can enact its plan to cull Halcyon's population. Confront Sophia. Make your way through Tartarus and confront the person who runs the board's operations, Sophia Akande. Alright. This is not my first rodeo. I have done this ending before. And I guess I'm as ready as I'm gonna be.
Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum security prison planet, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, air some concerns.
Doc Welles never hurt nobody. Just a kindly old fella living by his lonesome up in the rings, tinkering at his table. The board just couldn't leave him be.
And here we are, entertaining the notion of busting him out. That's insane. And likely a hell of a lot of fun.
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. But that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain.
Alright, well, he wasn't just hanging out doing nothing. He was hanging out trying to revive the colonists on the Hope ship. And the board didn't want that to happen because the board doesn't want anyone to know that the Hope still exists, I guess. I can't remember exactly why, but... alright. The thing to do, though, is we want to rescue Phineas. He's a cool dude. And we want to take down the board, especially the chairman. Can't abandon Phineas. We have to free him if we have any hope of saving the colony.
I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior. Breaking into Tartarus will not be easy.
Getting in is the simple part.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's getting
say.
out again that's the trouble. Trust me, I know.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab Doc Welles, and cut a path out. We don't need a plan. We got guns.
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may be there a while. Or permanently.
Yeah, I remember it being a lot easier going in than I thought it would be. In my first playthrough, I live streamed the last episode of my playthrough on YouTube, and you can see that on my channel on the Outer Worlds playlist. But yeah, I remember it being kind of a cakewalk, and even though Max was like, oh, it's going to be even harder to get out, I thought there was going to be, you know, a lot to do to escape once we got in, but there wasn't. It just kind of went straight to the ending. So yeah, in fact, it was so easy to get in, we bypassed the boss. I was able to shut down, there's this robot, which was kind of a disappointment. I thought it would be a big bad giant robot, but it wasn't. It was just another robot that looked like Sam, but instead of being called Sam, I think it was called Ram or something like that. And I managed to hack it, I guess, and turn it off. So I just walked right past it and walked in, and my crew, I had Felix and Max with me the first time, they just killed the lady that we were in there to confront the minute we walked in. So yeah, it kind of was a cakewalk, but and also I didn't have to do a lot of fighting because I'd made friends with lots of different factions, so they kept showing up to help me. Yeah, and so I thought it'd be a lot harder getting out than getting in, and it wasn't. A little bit of a disappointment. And I reloaded just so I could go and fight the robot, just to see what that was like. That was a bit of a challenge. It was. It was a bullet sponge, more or less, and there were a lot of other things that came out of the walls to fight us as well when we were fighting that, but I still did it, though, without dying the first time through, so we'll see what happens here, because I'm playing on hard difficulty instead of normal, and if I only take Max with me and leave Felix behind, it might be more challenging, especially fighting Ram at the end. Unless we decide to hack Ram. I don't know if I've got enough hack in this playthrough to do that, but we'll see. I don't know, or I could take Nyoka with me this time. I don't really have her fixed up though, maxed out the way I do Max and Felix. I don't have Ellie and I don't have Sam in this playthrough, so they're not here sitting at the table. But let's talk to the crew that is here. What do you think about all this?
You didn't hire me to think. And I ain't about to start now. You're my boss. And I'll walk into fire with you.
Aww.
I think it's insane. But maybe the colony needs a healthy dose of insanity right about now.
I know it's dangerous, and I won't lie and say I'm not scared out of my wits. But I couldn't live with myself if we didn't do something.
You're asking for more than bravery from us, Captain. But there are worse ways to go than dying for a good cause. I'm in.
The entire plan is a terrible idea, but I admire your bravado, Captain, which leads me to illogically believe, against the odds, that you will be successful.
Alright, we'll go eventually, but we'd better prepare.
We gonna prepare? Sure. Guess I could give my ass-kicking boots another coat of polish. You got some sort of plan in mind?
Oh... I never had a plan and I'm not starting now, buddy. We go in, we kill everyone between us and our goal. We'll play it smart. Talk our way through if we can. Yeah, I think I will.
The fewer folks we got to hurt, the better. Maybe on our way out, we let all those poor souls locked up in there go free.
Yep.
Sure, boss. You do the talking. I'll pack a few more rounds of ammo.
Sounds good, Felix. Alright. I know I'm hauling around some junk that I want to sell off before I go in there. Maybe get a few more bits to fix up a few more things. Let's see, where do I want to go? Let's go back to Terra 2. We'll go to the Edgewater landing pad because I know there's some machines I can just pop out, sell my crap, and then head out.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Well, I had a decent few weeks. Well, the whole month of December was decent. I really enjoyed doing those Fallout Advent Calendar videos. That was a lot of fun. Even though they were pretty short and sweet, some of them took me a little longer to edit than others because I put in a little bit of lore or some flashbacks to my playthroughs of the different Fallout games. But I had a lot of fun doing those. I hope you guys had fun watching them. And it was fun doing the big giveaway at the end. It's like I bought the Advent calendar and the Nuka-Cola stocking and the ornaments because I wanted to set them up to do the intro and to do the videos. When I found out that the Advent calendar existed, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta do videos of this. And I wanted to do the intro and everything, so I bought the stocking and the ornaments and stuff to set up for the intro. And then I figured, you know, I didn't want to keep them. I mean, I've got tons, as you could see in the intro of those videos, I have tons of Fallout props and goodies and replicas and things. So, you know, I figured I would just give away the Advent calendar after using it for the videos and give away the stocking and the ornaments, and that's what I did. Congrats to the winner. So I had a lot of fun with that. I thought that was a really nice thing to do through the month of December. It's a way to still stay connected to Fallout without actually playing Fallout. But I may see if I can... Oh, hang on. I may see if I can play Fallout New Vegas from my new Xbox. last time I played Fallout New Vegas was many, many, many years ago. Gosh, probably at least 10 years ago, maybe more. Was it really that long ago? No, it couldn't have been. I remember playing it right after I played Skyrim. When did Skyrim come out? Wasn't that, yeah, 2011. So yeah, it must have been 2012 that I played New Vegas. So yeah, that would have been 10 years ago. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. Hello, Stella. Welcome to the chat room. Yeah, it would be really interesting to go back and play Fallout New Vegas now that I've played Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 and just see, because Fallout New Vegas was the first Fallout game I ever played. So it would be really interesting to go back and play that one again now. Alright, I guess that's all I need to get rid of. So if this is the last bit I have to do, because the Outer Worlds, when you're done, you're done. It doesn't continue after the end of the story. So if I finish this up today, then there probably won't be a live stream tomorrow. Because I won't have anything to live stream. But there might be a Calico video. I don't know. It depends on how long it takes me to edit that. There's been a big update. I think they call it the Possum Edition in Calico. The update was supposed to come out over the summer, but it didn't. It just came out right before Christmas. So it was a little late. But that's alright. It's just a two-person development team, so... Oh, bolter pistol. How did I end up with that and not sell it? Alright, we'll just break it down. Alright, I don't think I can tinker much with any of this stuff. Yeah, okay. Alright, we'll leave it at that. Are we ready for this? Let's do a save. Oh, Celtic Granny saying my son got a PS5 and loves it. Nice. Yeah, I got one so I could play God of War Ragnarok. but I don't think that I can play New Vegas on it. They haven't remastered New Vegas. But I heard that you can play it on the Xbox because, you know, Microsoft bought Bethesda, and so all of Bethesda's catalog is available through the Game Pass. But I don't know if that works, like if you can download the game to your console and then play it and stream it, you know, live stream it to YouTube. Because you remember, you guys, back when, oh gosh, I don't remember, I think it was before I played Fallout 3, I was talking about, you know, wanting to play Fallout 3 and wanting to play Fallout New Vegas again for the channel, but not being able to do it on PlayStation because you could play old games on the PlayStation through their PlayStation game, I don't know what they call it, whatever, the special Game Plus or whatever it's called. But you can't live stream them while you're playing them because you're playing them being streamed to you. Like, you didn't download them to your own console and play them. You were playing them from PlayStation Network, and you couldn't live stream it at the same time. So, and you know, I know there's ways to do capture cards and, you know, yada yada, but I don't have time to figure all of that out and set it all up. I just want to be able to press a button and go. So, but yeah, now that I've got the Xbox, it's possible. I gotta check it out and see how the Game Pass stuff works, and if I can download Fallout New Vegas to my Xbox and then actually live stream it while I'm playing it, you know. I mean, I could do that not only for Fallout New Vegas, but for lots of different games. Is that a plant growing right there? What is that? It's like a little teeny tiny plant next to the ashtray. Okay. Alright, this is it. You are about to assault the labyrinth on Tartarus and determine the fate of the Halcyon colony. Saves made after this point can only finish the main story on Tartarus. Side quests and downloaded content such as Peril on Gorgon or Murder on Eridanos will be unavailable for any saves made beyond this point. If there's anything you want to do before you enter the prison, do it now before you cross the point of no return. Would you like to continue? Yes. Would you like to save? I think I just did. Are you sure you wish to continue without saving your progress?
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time.
Do you know anything useful about Tartarus?
Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return.
You promise not to leave without me?
I can make the assurance that I will not leave with another captain unless you do not return within 876,541,652 hours. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed.
Oh, well, of all the places to get arrested, what the hell is with you people and landing violations? How long will that take? Wait, this isn't Terra 2, my mistake. I'll just leave. How long will that take?
I wager it'll take a bit longer than it takes you to lose your patience and storm out of your ship looking to get shot. To be honest, That'd make my job a lot easier. You come out, we shoot you full of holes, and then everyone goes about their day worry-free. Except you. You'll be dead.
Okay, I will use my persuasion. Hey, how do I know you're a real officer under that helmet? Show me your biometric ID.
All right. I'm feeling generous. I'm transmitting the ID of a productive, law-abiding employee so you can see what one looks like before you die. Anyway, Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Another ship just pulled into your dock. Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that. Just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. Biometric ID received. Transferring data to external cartridge. How can I be of assistance?
Alright, I will see you later, Ada.
Take care. I require a functioning captain to run the ship.
Alright, so it sounds like the Groundbreaker is already here to help us out. Oh, and the windows are all closed, so I can't see what it looks like outside. Alright. Here we go. Let's check my loadout. I've got my Deadeye rifle, my favorite. Got the gloop gun, which is a lot of fun. Got this light assault rifle and the all-in. We picked up Phin's Phorce, which I may or may not use because I kind of enjoy my light assault rifle. But I don't know. He left it for us. It seems rude not to use it, doesn't it? I don't know. I don't really understand how N-ray works, so I tend to not use N-ray weapons. That's fine. We'll be fine. Alright, let's go. So, last time I played this game, I took Felix and Max with me. This time, I think I'm gonna try it with just Max. That might make it more difficult. Especially if we do some shooting. But difficulty is what I want. I found this game to be way too easy the first time through. Oh, hey Herman! Welcome to the chat room. Alright, let's try this with just Max. I know Felix will feel bad about being left out, but... Alright, we'll take him. He really would feel terrible about being left behind, wouldn't he? I know it's just a video game, but... I don't want to disappoint Felix. Now, I'm pretty sure we already have a UDL badge. Oh, there's the Groundbreaker ship. Right, I think they're gonna pour in through that opening there as soon as I get up here. Alright, let's go.
The captain did right by us once.
What?
Now it's ours.
What's that noise?
The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardat.
Take him down!
Better take a look. What was that?
What's that noise?
down, hullhead.
Alright, here we go! Don't mess with us.
Security patrol.
Alright, today's password from the column is 1, Akande. List of passwords for something called a RAM. There are 3 columns, but only one is legible. The rest have been scratched out. Alright, that's one password. We gotta find the others. I think that's how I managed to hack RAM the first time, is I found all the passwords. Alright, we bypassed the entrance there. Oh, restraints. And there's what it looks like.
Call this place the labyrinth. Perhaps we should all meditate on that as we make our descent.
They say nobody's ever broken out of the labyrinth. Didn't say nothing about breaking in, though. Lead the way, boss. I got your back.
Thanks, Felix. All right. Let's take a look around and get an assessment of what we need to do in here. Alright, what we don't need to do is loot. I gotta resist my urge to loot every last damn thing. I don't remember where the other 2 passwords are. Remember it said we needed 3. I'm guessing maybe in there? In there? There's a lot of places it could be. We creep over here. See, we have a very limited amount of time before our disguises fail. So I want to try to get through here as fast as possible, and then we don't have to shoot anybody. But then again, shooting up everybody might be kind of fun, so, you know. Alright, here we go.
Shoulders up.
Oh shit, I fell. Man, jumping mechanics in this are not great. I wish they were better. Don't think... Oh, maybe this is it. Ah, yeah! Today's password from the column number 2 smells like a list of passwords for something called a RAM. Alright, we have 2 of the 3 passwords. Okay, stop looting, stop looting. I'm gonna have to shoot these fools, aren't I? Or talk my way out of it. Come on. Go away. Go about your business.
What? Shh, careful. Are you new here? I didn't think we were hiring more staff.
Yeah, I was hired to test your security procedures. Congrats, you passed.
Oh, that's great. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for your vigilant service. Carry on.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, shoot. We don't have the hacking. Sealed. Shoot, 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 shoot.
You get tired of patrolling? Just go rustle around. Hold it. Something about you doesn't look right.
Hey, I can't help the way I look.
No, I meant your uniform. There's something about it.
I stole some polish off one of the prisoners.
Ah, damn. Lucky you.
Okay. Here we go. Let's try this one. Ah, here we go. Okay. We made it this far. Vending machines, a ton of loot. A workbench if we need it, but we don't. Okay. We've managed to get past everybody by using our disguises and our persuasion and our lying. So far, so good. Hold to transition to the pit. Okay. And we have 2 of the 3 passwords we need to hack RAM. I don't know where the 3rd password is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be here in the pit or if I've missed them. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out, I'm looking online to see if there's any way to tell. I'm cheating! I'm cheating. I can't find the information easily though. Let's see here.
Taking in the scenery?
I'm finding it. For the 3rd password, we gotta get into the control room in the pit. Okay, so I haven't missed the 3rd password. Excellent. I mean, I don't know if I would necessarily want to use the passwords to bypass RAM, but I just want to be able to. Storage manifest, architectural records. Okay, I don't know if that's important. Oh, retro rockets? What's this? Solitary confinement prisoner manifest. Okay. I don't know where the control room is in the pit.
Authorized personnel.
Maybe over here. Man, they got a lot of these little retro rockets around here. I don't think I need any ammo. What do you guys think? I've got 11,000. I'm not sure that's enough.
Got it. Heads down.
Ooh, deliver pacification gas. Heck yeah. That's pretty handy. Does that mean everyone's gonna pass out? Doesn't look like they've passed out.
This is what the board wants. Every worker in Halcyon stuffed into one of those chambers.
Okay, I think this is where we came in. Alright, so we didn't find the password in here. Oh, we have little screens here. That's pretty cool. Yeah, because we looked at this, and this was not the password. And I think we went over there, and we didn't find the password.
Processing data. Beginning security warning. Error. Employee information not found. Identify yourself.
I'm gonna lie.
Error. Transfer request not found. State your employer.
UDL, of
Registered. A fine of 10,000 bits will be assessed in your corporation's ledger for failure to follow transfer procedures. Thank you for your cooperation.
Let's go, troops. Stellar Base counting on us.
What? Oh, dang. The dissidents showed up to help.
What was that?
Right. Nice. Okay.
Looking good, soldier.
Thanks. Where's the command center? Oh, the iconoclasts are still alright. Okay. The other folks in here don't notice the iconoclasts are over there? Alright, let's take another look around. What's over here? Can't get through there. Okay.
Something's not right.
Down they go. Jackasses incoming! Don't mess with us.
Oh, iconoclast died over here. Oh, dang it. Oh, but a whole bunch of these dudes died. Yeah, board reputation decreased. I have a feeling that's going to keep happening. More freaking rockets. How do I get over? I gotta go that way. I guess we're shooting.
Looks like we're doing this!
I'm not upset about losing board reputation. Not one bit. I'm just trying to find the control room where the password is. I guess it's not it here. Maybe it's further up. It doesn't look like anything in here is a control room, does it? Oh, is this a cell? It's one of the cells? Hey, how'd you get here before me, Max? Flamethrower. I don't need that. Bunch of ammo. Alright. I guess we gotta go this way. Alright, so far the Groundbreaker has shown up to help me because I have a good reputation with them, and the Iconoclasts have shown up to help me. How the heck do I get over there? Pit exit is over there, because that's walled off there. And that seems to be walled off over here too. Well, how the heck am I supposed to get over there? That's weird. Seem to be a way to get over there. It says I'm supposed to go over there, but how the heck do I get there? There's a wall here. Do I go this way? is down there. I don't think it's the password. Nope. Oh shoot. Well, I can try to talk my way out of it.
Shh, careful. Hold it. Something about you doesn't look right.
Yeah, I haven't been feeling well.
Yeah? You're not contagious, are you?
Cough violently.
Hey, keep your distance. I don't want to get sick.
Alright. Bye.
Over.
Door status sealed. Unseal the door. Oh! This is the chairman. Alright, now we can walk in here and we can talk to him. Or I could just shoot him. I talked to him in my first playthrough. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to him.
Well, look who it is. I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. And I see you've brought the kid along. Babysitters may be expensive, but they're worth it, you know.
Yeah, keep talking, pal. I'll just keep thinking of a place to bury your body.
And the convict. The vicar. You know, most people, once they're out of prison, don't seem keen on returning.
Oh, I would go anywhere to see you fall, sir.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens.
Chairman Rockwell, I presume. What's the announcement? Get out of my way. Well, I kind of think I already know what the announcement is, but let's ask him.
Haven't you heard? Phineas is working for us now. It took some doing, but employing an efficient management strategy of putting our guns to his head seems to have done the trick.
Yeah, please. Phineas would rather die than cooperate.
Yes, he is an extraordinarily obstinate fellow, isn't he? Fine, he isn't working for us per se. Semantics, he'll come around. But that's between us. As far as my adoring citizens will know, we've turned a dangerous crackpot into a working-class man. It's a miracle.
That crackpot was saving the frozen colonists you gave up on.
Oh yes, go on, wake them up, add more mouths to feed. That'll solve our starvation problems. I don't know what half-baked plans that simpleton in a lab coat has been leading you through, but it's done. It's over. Let me ask you something, Captain. Have you at any point thought about not fucking up our entire society?
Nope.
Are you kidding me? We're out here trying to clean up your mess.
I'm making actual progress towards stabilization and recovery. You're just getting in the way.
You know, I wouldn't have to if you'd be more cooperative. You know, the thought honestly hadn't crossed my mind. I'm just trying to help. You'd prefer to keep riding this downward spiral? I can fix this place. Yeah, let's say that.
If I and my people can ride it out in luxury and happiness, yes, I would. I don't know if you've noticed, Captain, but Halcyon's pretty much a lost cause.
I'm going to get your administration's cooperation one way or another. With your resources and some of the folks on the Hope, we could do a lot. I don't want his resources. This isn't going anywhere, is it? I have rescuing to do. Don't be here when I get back. You need my help. Okay, I'm pretty sure if I say either one of these, Felix is going to be like, we don't want to cooperate with them. The board sucks. Which is true. But it doesn't really give me a screw you, Rockwell, I'm going to shoot you in the head option, does it? Alright, I'll try intimidation. I'm going to get your administration's cooperation one way or another.
You are a captain of action. I'll give you that. Look, I'm not an unreasonable man. If you manage to storm the castle, as it were, and make it out of here with Phineas alive... I can't exactly afford more havoc than you've already caused. Fine. If you survive, you'll need someone to sell the rest of the board on your plan.
Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, see, he's mad.
Rockwell's the biggest monster in Halcyon. You got any idea how many lives he's destroyed? How many people he's hurt? I've had enough. You even think about cooperating with this animal? And you and I are finished.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to cooperate with him, Felix, so that's the only conversation option I had. Your loyalty's worth more than Rockwell's subservience.
You're damn right it is.
If you're gonna place more faith on this brat than the chairman of the fucking colony, then there's no hope for you. Go get yourself killed.
Or... I can't believe he's not trying to fight me. He sees me pointing my gun right at him.
Take him down! We all in one piece?
Yep. Almost died there, though. Alright, well... White chocolate yummies. Hooray. Pocket watch and Spacer's Corona. All mine. I'm gonna take his shit just on principle. As a reminder to Labyrinth employees, access to secure data is a fireable offense. Sure. Cameras. What's going on? She's bringing in a VIP for internment. Security's ramping up. Okay. What do these little notes say? Okay. I guess Rockwell is the VIP who was coming in, but not for internment. He was coming in to record his little message thing there. That's a cool little window, mirror thing, whatever that is. Alright. I guess this isn't the control center, though. I don't see any passwords. You guys see any passwords? No. Okay. Well, that went down pretty much the way that it did in my first playthrough. So, no surprises there. So where's the control
MSI.
center?
I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So get in there and
company ammo.
fight!
Oh, MSI showed up to help. Thank you, MSI.
Gotta get down!
Mess with us!
Oh, MSI Trooper didn't make it. I'm still trying to figure out where I'm supposed to get this third password, but... can't get through there. Okay. Alright, thanks for the assist, guys. Alright, MSI is from Monarch. MSI stands for Monarch Stellar Industries. Here, I'll show you. My reputation. See, the Groundbreakers showed up to help us because they revere me. The Iconoclast showed up to help us because they revere me. Monarch showed up to help us because they revere me. So the only ones we haven't seen yet are Sublight. And the board is now scared of me. Yeah, you better be.
Everything in my life has been leading up to this point. I believe I am ready for this.
Alright, boss. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Huh. Is this where we're supposed to get the last password?
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty.
It's over, Sophia. Stand down. We're liberating Halcyon. There's not a damn thing you can do to stop us. You sure love talking. Do they pay you by the word? I'm going to say we're liberating Halcyon.
Do you imagine you're leading some grand revolutionary army? The Iconoclasts and MSI have put aside their differences and attacked the prison together. I never imagined such a thing would be possible. But here we are. You're nothing but a rabble-rouser. I'm going to put an end to your little rebellion. And then I'm going to have you and your associates arrested.
Halcyon's changing. The board can't control us forever.
The board is the only legitimate power in Halcyon. We are Halcyon.
Nope.
I admit I miscalculated the extent of your influence. The board's plan never accounted for you. This is a mistake I intend to correct. I have Dr. Welles in my custody. Once I've secured his cooperation, I can move forward with the program. I can repair the damage you've done. I can set things right.
Oh, you don't understand. Phineas is my friend and I'm not leaving without him.
Well, that's mostly correct. You're not leaving here at all. I take no pleasure in this, you know. I simply have no other option. Leaving you alive is too great a risk. Goodbye, Captain.
Yeah, do your worst, you psychopath.
If you insist. This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden. I've had it programmed to eliminate you on sight and rinse your remains down a drain. And don't worry. I will inform Dr. Welles that you died heroically, or something.
Okay, yeah, see, this is where I thought there was going to be a big old robot come out to kick my butt, but it's just that guy. I mean, he's tough, but they couldn't have made him a little bit bigger or something? A little more intimidating, a little scarier? I don't know. Alright. Let's look around in here. Go that way. And this way is sealed, okay. Alright, so this is where we can go in and fight this thing.
Impressive, as always.
Or we can try to hack it. We didn't find all 3 passwords. I'm not sure where we missed the 3rd one. But we can designate Ram as a hostile intruder.
Don't mess with us.
Yeah, that wasn't much, was it? Hibernation chamber key. Alright, that was fun. Alright, now before we go in here, guys, I gotta program you to be cool. Last time I did this in my previous playthrough, they ran right in and killed her. Only attacks targets when they've been told to. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do here. That way, if she's got something else to say to me, she can say it, or I can be the one that kills her. So they're not gonna steal my execution here.
Why won't you just...
Everyone all right?
Oh, wow, well. She went down pretty easy. But at least I got to do it that time.
Get me out of here!
Hey, Phineas! I'm coming to rescue you! Here I come! You ready? You're looking pretty rough, my dude. Oh.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved, and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
You know I wouldn't let anything happen to you, Phineas.
I know, my friend, I know. And now it's finally over. The board's finished. It's only a matter of time before the entire system slips from their grasp. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
Yeah, I don't like the sound of that.
Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
Hold on, Doc. Are you telling me the Earth went dark 3 years ago, and the board's just been covering this up?
They've been incredibly effective at concealing the truth. Right now, the only people in the colony who know are standing in this room.
Earth is only an idea to us. But that idea is the bedrock the colony is built upon. If people were to find out it's gone dark, the shock could be too much to bear.
I don't want to imagine what'll happen once news gets out. Let's just keep this between us for now. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
Well, we have a lot of work ahead of us. We'd best get started. Wait, hold on. I need to ask you something. Do I?
Yes, certainly. I'll help however I can.
What do you think happened? Alright, well, let's ask him. Let's get the backstory.
I don't know what happened, but something must have gone horribly wrong. I don't know why Earth's gone silent. I don't even know if Earth exists anymore. We have no connection back to Earth, and return is likely impossible. We're completely alone out here.
And how do you know all this?
I heard it from Akande herself. She tried to pressure me into joining her side, you see. tried to make me realize that all hope is lost, and that we are alone. She was half right. We are alone, and we're going to have to fend for ourselves, because there's no telling what's happened to Earth.
Alright, you mentioned a frigate disappearing.
You might have heard of the Earth Directorate's frigate. Half the colony's entire military was on that ship. They were returning to Earth when they vanished without a trace. That was 2 years ago. We haven't heard a word from them since. Whatever happened to Earth likely happened to them.
And you said there haven't been any new messages.
Yes, Akande mentioned as much. Earth hasn't sent us a single message in 3 years. No one knows why. Akande had kept the truth to herself, perhaps with good reason. Can you imagine what would have happened if word got out? We'd have utter pandemonium.
A relay station near Scylla hasn't picked up any encrypted messages in 3 years.
Yes, you were the one who reactivated that relay station, weren't you? Any message from Earth would have arrived unencrypted. It's been 3 years since our last message. The board tried using drones to contact Earth. Every one of those drones sent back the same encrypted message. Earth is completely silent.
There's something else. I know about the other colonists, Phineas.
I wasn't trying to hide the truth from you, but after all you've done, I owe you an explanation. Yes, I experimented on the Hope's colonists. Each of my experiments ended in catastrophic failure. Each of my subjects died in agony. You are my first and only success. I didn't tell you about the others because I didn't want to burden you. My failures are my own to bear, not yours.
Well, lucky for me then, I guess. I'm gonna say better late than never.
I'm not asking you to forgive me. Lord knows I won't forgive myself. But I'm going to try to set things right. My apologies. I need to get a hold of myself. We've far more pressing issues to worry about right now. If you have any more questions, ask me. I'll answer as best I can.
Nope, no more questions. We've got work to do.
Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
Somebody has to run the colony, and I'm the only competent person left. You can count on me. I'll help you revive the other colonists. I'm going to do what I've always done, whatever I want. I'm going to say that I think this is the same thing I said in my first playthrough. I'll help you revive the other colonists. I don't want to be the only... I don't think I'm the only competent person left. And I don't think anyone who wants to be a leader should have the job. That's my feeling. I think leadership is something that people bestow upon you, or that circumstances bestow upon you, but it's not something that I would actively seek out. Anyone who's actively seeking out leadership shouldn't be trusted. So I'm going to say this one.
When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. I'm just the one who set you on your path. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
Lifetime employment program ruined. Chaos on Tartarus. Leaves board in disarray. Anarchists destroy our utopian future.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history.
Her actions.
The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Welles began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer. As for Reed Thompson, it was said that he lasted exactly 2 days outside the walls of Edgewater. Years later, a marauder was found in possession of his hat. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Even the Gorgon asteroid, though a distant enigma to most of Halcyon, felt the aftershocks of your actions. Olivia and Minnie Ambrose worked together to cure the marauders Adrena Time had created.
Oh, nice.
Through their partnership as scientist and administrator, they discovered the harmony that had eluded them as mother and daughter. And through years of patience and effort, they discovered the means to wean Halcyon from the scourge of Adrena Time.
Excellent.
Their work eventually allowed Welles and his scientists to treat many of Halcyon's marauders.
Oh, that's
As
awesome.
their addiction waned, the colonists who had lived for so long under the thrall of Adrena Time returned to their communities and loved ones.
That's the best.
And joined in the effort to save Halcyon. In spite of everything, the Gorgon asteroid remained a sobering reminder of the potential for progress and disaster in humanity's most ambitious efforts. The Rizzo's company in Halcyon dissolved after the collapse of the board. Needless to say, the launch of Spectrum Brown was indefinitely delayed. A stockpile of Spectrum Brown remains buried deep beneath the ruins of the old distillery, abandoned to time and attrition. With the dissolution of the board, Ruth Bellamy found herself without the two constants in her life: Byzantine culture and her sister Belinda. In the face of this new reality, she struggled to find a direction for her life. The colony had moved on from Halcyon Helen, and would require new heroes in the years to come. And so Ruth Bellamy decided it was time to exit stage left. She quietly disappeared from public view. The dissolution of the board did not mean the dissolution of the ambitions of Cedric Kincannon, the charismatic leader of Sublight Underground. Cedric offered Slug's transportation services to the newly thawed colonists and set to work ferrying resources and food wherever they were most needed. For better or worse, slug headgear became fashionable in the following years. As the board began to disintegrate, Spencer Woolrich found himself at a crossroads. Cling to what little stardom remained to him, or help usher Halcyon into its new future. To the surprise of many, perhaps himself most of all, Spencer chose the latter option. Having learned a variety of different skills in the many different roles played throughout his lengthy career, Spencer founded a radio serial dedicated to staying alive despite the odds. His subjects included how to survive violent encounters with only grazing wounds, dispense pithy one-liners for tense scenarios, and, of course, how to look good doing both. After a brief attempt at dating Helen as one person rather than two, which both Bertie and Helen found too strange, Bertie struck out on his own to try his hand at raising woolly cows. Many of his former Rangers teammates soon followed, accompanied by the woolly cow the team had originally plied with alcohol. The dairy farm thrived under Bertie's leadership and care. The Dairy Rangers privately believed that the woolly cows softened Bertie's temper considerably, although the only one brave enough to say this to his face was promptly headbutted. Due to the board's dissolution, many of the Prophet's old customers no longer found quite the same value in productivity seminars that they once had. With her business drying up, the Prophet chose to take her followers down a new path. Months later, salvagers on Eridanos found clues leading them to a seemingly abandoned bunker out in the wilderness. Inside, they discovered horribly mangled corpses, sacrificed to a blood-scrawled portrait of a sprat-headed deity.
Oh my gosh.
The Prophet was not among the bodies.
Oh, that's awful.
Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands.
Yep.
As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Though Parvati eventually grew comfortable aboard the Unreliable, she never quite came out of her shell. She seemed to prefer the company of Ada to the crew, and she could often be found neck-deep in cables and grease, telling Ada funny stories from her childhood. While the colony fell into chaos, she found an island of relative peace with Ada, and they formed an unusual bond. She decided to remain aboard the Unreliable permanently as its chief and sole engineer. As hard as she tried to drink them away, Nyoka's memories eventually overcame her. Traveling with the crew served as a constant reminder of the family she'd lost, and so she eventually returned to Monarch to get back to what she found most comfortable: the deep end of a bottle and the far end of a trail. Few have seen her since, but travelers often swear they hear her and her machine gun in the night, screaming swears and spitting bullets. Before his untimely death, Captain Alex Hawthorne had plans to restore and modify, for combat purposes, a sanitation and maintenance automechanical that he'd found in a state of disrepair in Emerald Vale's scrapyard. That unit remains broken down and forgotten in the unreliable supply closet to this day. Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Welles, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past, and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. Dr. Welles was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Welles never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. In the end, Dr. Welles was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation.
Oh, good.
Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Welles laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Welles passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Wow. Oh, wow. Well, I got some of the same panels in the ending as I got in my first playthrough, because I did a lot of the same things, but some of them were different. Obviously, it included the DLC endings, because I played through the DLC. And some of the endings for the crew were a little different because I didn't complete all of their side quests. Oh, but it was good. It was good. I liked that ending. That was nice. It was nice to play through this again. I remember at the time when I first played it, I wasn't so sure I liked it. And I think that's because I had a certain level of expectation. A lot of people were talking about it being the next Fallout game and better than Fallout, and you know, there was this kind of hype because the creators were also the creators of Fallout New Vegas. So I think there was just a level of hype, a level of expectation that I felt disappointed when I started playing it. And you know, I I could see the potential of the game and how much better it could have been. I mean, I wanted more of it, and that's a good thing. If a game makes you want more of it, that's good, right? But yeah, for a while when I was playing it, I wasn't sure I liked it. And then somewhere along the line, I think it was about the time that I finished Vicar Max's quest line and I saw his whole character arc, I really started liking it. And even after I finished it the first time, I wasn't entirely sure I loved it. You know, I was kind of still like, I don't know. I think with the additions of the DLC, and it makes it a bigger game in scope, you know, with more content and more things to do, that definitely is an improvement. But yeah, after watching my husband play through it, and, you know, after some time has passed and some thought, I do really love this game. I love it more than I thought I did, which maybe that sounds weird. But playing through it a second time, I realized how much I love it. I really do. I love the music too. I listen to this soundtrack a lot. It's one of my favorite game soundtracks. I mean, I don't know what it is about this music, but it just gets me all the time. I listen to it, and it just, I love it. I love it so much. I love Vicar Max. I love Felix. Love Nyoka. Love the art design of this game. I do love the game mechanics. I love the stories, the side quests, and everything, but I do hope that they're expanded and improved upon in the next game. I really, really hope so. Because I feel like this game is so good, but it could also be so much better, like so much more. It could really be. I mean, I'm hoping the next one is going to be this and more. It's I'm so excited for it. If you haven't seen the preview, the little teaser for the sequel, it's very funny. Look it up online, look it up on YouTube, watch it. If you haven't played this game and you think you might like it, I highly recommend it. You can go back and watch all of my live streams of the second playthrough on my YouTube channel. You can watch highlights from my first playthrough, short edited videos on my Outer Worlds playlist. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm glad I finished that a second time. That felt good. That felt good. Even if I didn't have to fight Ram. It was fun. Hello, Sebastian. Michael's saying Ruth deserved a better story. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, it seemed kind of a, I don't know, just kind of a basic ending for her. Like, oh, she exited stage left, the end. Okay. I don't know. I'm curious if any of the characters from this game are going to come back in the sequel, or if the sequel is just going to take place in a completely different location. Because they mentioned that there's other colonies besides Halcyon. So is the next game going to take place in Halcyon? Is it going to take place before this game? Is it going to take place after this game? Is it going to take place in a completely different colony? It'll be interesting to see what they decide to do with the sequel, and I am looking forward to it very, very much. But thank you everyone for being here with me through this second playthrough. Thanks for hanging out with me during this live stream. I hope you had a good time. And let's see, what else can I say? Check out the Outer Worlds charm bracelet that I made on my jewelry website. I am a jewelry designer, and when I was doing my 2,000 subscriber celebration, I was giving away a whole bunch of goodies that were either based on or official merchandise of or whatever from all the games that I'd played on my channel. Well, I guess not all of them, but several of the major games I'd played on my channel. We had Fallout prizes, Skyrim prizes, Outer World prizes, all kinds of stuff. But one of the Outer Worlds prizes was a charm bracelet that I designed and made myself. And I made a second charm bracelet that I'm selling on my website, which is J as in Jewel Smith, LH I design and create and sell all kinds of video game and geek related jewelry and goodies over there. And I also do some other jewelry. Sometimes I do Celtic, steampunk, different things like that. If you want to check that out, that's something that I've been doing for many, many years, long before I started this YouTube channel. But I love making jewelry inspired by my favorite video games, and I love making prop replicas. That's something else I still want to do. I want to make a bunch of replicas of the food products in this game because I love the art style. I think they look so cool. But anyway, check that out. You can also check out more about me at patreon.com/jewelsmith. There's nothing behind a paywall over there. I appreciate all of you who support me through Patreon and those of you who support me through YouTube and some of you through Twitch, even though I haven't been spending much time on Twitch anymore. So most of the support is coming from YouTube members and Patreon supporters. And I thank you so much for that. It helps me buy equipment, pay for internet, all that kind of stuff that I need to do streaming, buy games and things, do giveaways, all that fun stuff. But yeah, patreon.com/jewelsmith. There's updates, information, and links to all of those things, like my jewelry website and stuff like that. So that's it for me. Thanks again. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves. Until next time.